Hi everyone, welcome to Brucey's All Research Channel. I study in space, been hanging out on the moon, have a 14-inch telescope and infrared cameras. And look, speaking of infrared cameras, so this is the suspicious capture a couple days ago that I showed you in one of the ghost videos. I'm all mixed up now. Paranormal videos, between UFO videos and paranormal videos. So check it out. I brought the exposure up so you could see more of this sparkling sky so that we could see the reaction of this UFO as it's going across over my head. It's directly over my head. I am speaking to it, asking the lights to flash, and I didn't get a chance with this one. And look right now, a field of static electricity around the object. I think we can agree enough about that. It's definitely a freak. There it. Did you see the sky appear? Again, look at it again faster. Watch how, the UFO activates itself, then the sky. So maybe it's some kind of beam that it let go. Watch the UFO flare up, then the sky gets completely staticky. And again, this is only seen with an infrared camera. Thank God I have one. Check it out. It's getting worse. Something's going to happen. And then, look, getting worse again. There. So, of course, it's not the atmosphere. It's some silly people actually saying that. I think they're just toying with me. But you know that if it was atmosphere, the infrared cameras wouldn't see frig all. Watch the light. There it is. Oh, boom. Amazing blast in the sky. So I wanted to go back to that. Yeah. I wanted to go back to that to show you all, So it's absolutely amazing. Now, on the moon, we have these that are like clouds. Look at this one going into the crater that is absolutely moving around like a biological creature. They're underneath the hazes on the moon, folks. They're not small. There it is. I don't know what that is, but I can still show you that something's definitely there. Look at this object. Little fish, right? Going around, moving around on the object. This one's letting a gas off of it, a very fluorescent yellow gas. Maybe the color's not yellow because we're seeing it here from home. Right. Little surprise for you all. This is the closest UFO I've ever gotten over the house. If you're wondering what this is and you haven't seen it yet, now it's clarified. It's beautiful. This is a little fast. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. This is something that came to me down out of the sky where that square was like a pool of water, but blood, red blood, an orange golden light in the center, and bright lights all around, yellowish lights coming off of it. And the only reason why it looks like a ball here is because it's beside my garage. So, of course, if I'm filming a UFO beside the garage, it'll look different. Let's see that one more time. So these are clips that I have, that I documented in the captures that I've done myself, that I've captured myself. I'm outside late at night. Now let's look at it slowly. That's the intriguing part. The shape in the center is changing already. Look at it. Back at it. Look at this. It's changing shapes and forms. You know why? Because that's what regulates the intensity of the light. We're starting to understand. This is what I call back engineering sky objects, right? Sitting out on my porch, looking at the sky, but I didn't have to look up in the sky. Now I'm looking sideways. This light is coming down. This is literally a hawk outside. Hello. There's literally an encounter, a spiritual encounter, whether this be alien or an entity, I don't know. But it is absolutely intriguing to be able to say it. Now look at the intensity of the light. I want you guys to understand that it's not my camera that's trying to adjust the light, right? You can see that it's the craft. Yes, it's a craft. That you can see that craft object. People go, you could see the stars through it. I don't give a shit if I could see the queen through it. It's still a UFO. This is not a satellite. Nobody here will ever be able to tell me it's a satellite because it's not. And that's common sense. Watch what happens with the view of it as it goes beside the roof of my garage, by the way. So it's that low. Yes, it came down to behind the garage there, okay? That's my roof. It was 20 feet over my house, then came down to meet me at almost eye level. Imagine. All right, guys. There's a light in the center, several lights around, which do look independent. We see a V shape, so it's coming out of an orifice. Sorry, that's common sense. But could it be a cloaking device in the center? If we can see through it, it's not through it. Maybe we're seeing around it. Light bends. And though that is the secret. That is how they make those camouflage, right? It's by bending light. We have a cloak here. So here's the thing. After going 20 feet over my house, it went down at eye level, just over my head about maybe 15 feet. It came low enough. That's the garage. But look here, how it's just a sphere. And then you see it changing. And in the center, again, which I think has to do with that cloaking, it's bending of light. We can see through it. Sometimes we can see stars appearing right through the center. But why do we not see the lights? Look at the lights all around it. They're starting at the end of the black circle. You understand that? Because that black circle is cloaking. And it's bending light so that we can see behind it. It's probably cloaking the craft itself, right? But it definitely was curious. And I posted this because I know, and I never posted it this way, clarify with a green filter. Oh my gosh. New subscribers today, we get a lot. I get a lot of support from you all. Well, here it is. Look at the shape in the center changing. The black object in the center changing. Back it up a couple of steps. You're going to see it. It's literally changing from circle to square to rectangle to cube to diamond shaped, and it's got cut off edges. But look at the beam of light coming out of an orifice, a hole. You see the blade. It's a craft. And that is the first and only closest craft I've ever seen in my life. I've never had an entity or something come down to me. Whether this is a UFO or an entity, call it what you want. Let's go to the moon. I hope you enjoyed that. Check it out. Gas coming off of the UFOs is another thing I show on this channel, right? Let's get into a very interesting part. I have no pixelation here. YouTube does that. Sorry about that. Beautiful image here. Theophilus crater. We are closer than hell, let's just say. And we're seeing something that's possibly maybe on the surface. That's right. On the surface. It's theory and speculation, but imagine. Makes it more exciting. We're not going to hide it. If it's not a UFO, it still could be something lifting smoke on the surface. And hello, it's riding along the dark edge, just like it's hiding. So all these captures happened to me. I'm lucky as hell to get all these captures. One of my favorites are this one. I have several objects, those just arriving to the channel. Thanks for taking the time to subscribe. This is real UFO research on the moon, top secret, classified. Definitely, the military is not going to let that come out. Structuring on the surface. It's not pixelation. Go see the videos that I explain pixelation or do it yourself. 4 lines with another line crossing over. If it's not a Dyson sphere, it sure has the characteristics of one on the moon, that's for sure. Towering object in the center, no filter. If they create beings, these advanced aliens, which we don't even know if they're advanced, you don't think they could bring dirt on a metallic Dyson sphere and just, from there grow stuff on the Dyson sphere? Wouldn't it make so much sense? Wouldn't it make sense if Earth was like that? Maybe it is. So you're looking at construction. Take a very good look at what you're looking at the construction. When you see the way the surface is manipulated, you know that it's not natural lines. And all this beside a crater. Because those craters were formed somehow. I don't necessarily think they were formed the way they said they were. Just speculation. Well, I'm going to town here. I should be able to get this video up before the stream. I hope so. Good. I'll be able to get another one up tonight. I feel like making videos. Look at this. Elon Musk, we were talking about it in the live stream, which, by the way, thanks everybody for stopping by the live stream. But check it out. This is an object smashing into the moon. I posted recently in a video, and there's fire coming out of the bottom of it. So the moon's on the left there. So that's going where my finger is. It's pointed towards the moon. We're sideways to look at it sideways. It literally looks like a chess piece, right? Off a game of chess with a fire. But that fire reminds me of controlled descent because we're talking about Elon Musk's rockets. And this afternoon, thanks so much for contributing, everybody, with these amazing theories. Some of you mentioned, well, they're practicing, rocket launches or whatever. They're testing, they're doing experimentation on the moon, and it wasn't made up. The person confirmed to me that Bloomberg News and stuff was talking about it, if I'm not mistaken. And you could clearly see the rocket-like object. I'm not making this up. Like me, Things don't explode that way. So this was an explosion at the bottom of the object. It could be. It's approaching the atmosphere. But here's the thing. That is not atmosphere. That's fire coming out of a rocket's ass. Look at it. You're not going to tell me that, oh, look, it's catching the atmosphere. No. Bullshit. That object isn't even on fire at all. There's no fire on the object. The object itself is not burning. We have a massive flame coming out the bottom of it. Wanted to re-show this one because it was really intriguing me. Now look at this. There's another one. I'm showing you the same thing. So the ideal of a fire coming out of something in a controlled ascent, there's a UFO on the right, the orange one is stationary, and on the left, a light comes out of this UFO. Boy, that bird's annoying. And the fire, it's I can hardly concentrate. The fire, look how it's coming out of something. There's a dark craft there, and we can't see it. Thanks for making this channel an amazing one, everybody. We'll disclose together. The man they suffering inside, they are. They're so sad. Suffering inside, they are. They're so sad. Aliens are mining on the moon. Yes, they are up there. Doesn't matter, cause disclosure's coming soon. Disclosure's coming soon.